Sanjeev Jeeva murder case is concerned, Times Now has in fact accessed the autopsy details in the meanwhile. Remember, he was shot dead yesterday at Lucknow court, and after which section 144 was also imposed in the area. But we're learning more details on the post-mortem report in the latest. The reason of death is being said was shock and hemorrhage, and the ante-mortem also speaks of firearm injury. So the reason being the firearm injury and shock and hemorrhage perhaps led to his death is what we're learning if we go by the post-mortem report's details. Section 144 has been imposed in the area, remember, and yesterday is when Sanjeev Jeeva, while he was being taken to the Lucknow court, was shot dead in the crossfire. Of course, a girl also sustained bullet injuries. Ever since Section 144 has been imposed, and he's also, remember, a close aide of Mukhtar Ansari was shot dead inside the Lucknow court when he was being brought for hearing in a criminal case. The police, of course, has been saying the shooter opened fire from behind when Sanjeev Jeeva was entering the court premises. He was appearing in the court before he was killed in broad daylight in Uttar Pradesh's capital, Lucknow. But with the aim of maintaining law and order, instructions have been issued to protect public and private properties and check the spread of fake news as well, as per the police in the latest. So those are the details coming in on part of the investigations that continue to take place. On part of the police itself, Sanjeev Jeeva's name, remember, had come up in connection with the murder of Brahma Dutt Dwivedi, the BJP leader, back in 1997, and hearing was taking place in the same case when this incident unfolded, when this firing was witnessed in the premises of the Lucknow court. Pranesh is joining us with more details as far as the post-mortem report is concerned. Yes, Pranesh.
That's right. Akanksha has managed to get the details of the post-mortem for us. Now, this is the document. The particulars of Jeeva mentioned here as his age, weight. He weighed 76 kilo. Let me highlight some of the key takeaways and findings in the autopsy report. Report makes it clear that there are as many as 16 entry-exit points, bullet wounds. Now, the details also suggest that he was hit in the chest 6 times, and 2 bullets hit him on his left shoulder. The post-mortem report then says that there were no other significant injury marks. So this is really the sum and substance of this report. 16 entry-exit points, perhaps bullet marks. I don't know for an expert to ascertain what they are, but what I can say is that by a cursory glance of this report, 6 bullets hit Jeeva in his chest, 2 bullet wounds on his shoulder that led to his death.
All right, let's then quickly take it across to Akanksha, who's accessed the post-mortem report for us. Akanksha, if you could take us through the key highlights, please.
Well, absolutely. Times Now has accessed the post-mortem report of Sanjeev Jeeva. It goes on to show that the death was because of the shock and hemorrhage because of the ante-mortem firearm injury. This is what the post-mortem report says. It also talks about 16 entry and exit points. We'll have to speak with the post-mortem expert and get to know what this really means. But for now, it goes on to show that the death was because of the shock and hemorrhage caused by the firearm injury. Because yesterday, if you remember, he was gunned down by the man clad as a lawyer just outside the courtroom, just outside, just at the doorstep. He was killed, and now we were apprised by the police that the post-mortem was conducted last night. Body has been handed over to the relatives of Sanjeev Jeeva, and his last rites will be conducted today. But as far as post-mortem report is concerned, it goes on to show that the death was actually because of shock and hemorrhage.